One Championship Friday Night Fight 79 took place at Lupini Stadium, Bangkok, Thailand yesterday at 2:30 p.m. South African time. We are recapping an explosive night of Muay Thai fights, this time on Fighting with Friends. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fighting with Friends, the undisputed African fighting podcast. Speaking of champions, ladies and gentlemen, I have with me today the reigning, defending, undisputed vegan champion of the world. That is, of course, Brother Gaiya.
Hey! Give me the title. Give me the title. I'm
Happy
good, bro. I'm
Saturday,
good.
Brother
Thank
Gaiya.
you.
Let's go. Let's go.
Saturday, bro.
Away.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's get into it. So, also with us this evening, ladies and gentlemen, well, this afternoon, excuse me, undefeated as a father, Mr. Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, George Jefferson. It's Jedi Night. How you doing, Jedi?
Greetings, good, thanks. It's a nice Saturday morning here in Cape Town, sunny day, which we're not getting too many of, but it's coming, so it's a good day. It's going to be a good day.
Beautiful.
It's a good day indeed,
It's going to be an
gentlemen.
ice cube day.
Ice cream day. I like it.
Ice cube. Icy cube.
Ice cube. Ice cubes, ice creams. Give me all of it, bro. But anyway, speaking of ice cubes and ice creams, we had an ice cold card yesterday with a bunch of ice cold finishes. One championship just seems to deliver card after card, gentlemen. And of course, we are going to start at the top of the card where we saw Kongchai winning by unanimous decision against Amir Abdulmuslimov. Really great fight, back and forth, very close. So yeah, from my perspective, I thought that, like I said, very close fight.
Yeah.
And the decision was, I don't know, was it the right decision for you, brother guy?
I'd like to think so. Yeah, it was a very close fight, but I think the decision went in the correct way. Just because I felt, not necessarily, I felt you could see that Kongchai landed the more damaging shots, and I thought also the game plan was absolutely perfect because he was the shorter fighter. He had the shorter reach, and Abdul Muslimov has got a little bit of the better boxing. As we could see in that fight, his boxing combinations looked absolutely slick. But Kongchai did a very good job in terms of defending it. I think he got rocked early in the first or late in the first round. After that, he just took control of the fight again by utilizing what I thought was fabulous in terms of his leg kicks, because he took away the front leg of Amir. So to the point that Amir was really like scaling the leg kicks. You could see him going down to try and catch because he was having a difficult time with it. Which meant that he couldn't really utilize a lot of his boxing combinations, which is what he's known for. Very similar to that of Zabit, we can remember from the UFC. Very similar style, just not as much kicks, but he utilizes his reach quite a bit. But I thought that he was just a little bit off the mark because the damage to the leg kicks was so early in the fight. That meant that for the next 14 minutes of that fight, Amir had a difficult time moving around. You could see him defending by going back side to side. He was having a difficult time stepping to his left, because his leg was completely to his right, excuse me, because he's a southpaw fighter. His right front leg was completely chopped away, and I thought that Kongchai just utilized that game plan so well. And he wasn't doing half bad in the boxing exchanges. If you think about it, he held his own, even though he didn't rock Amir in terms of the hands. But I just felt that he utilized the right game plan, which ultimately got him the win. I remember you were saying in our preview episode, when you put in the comments that you were going Kongchai for the win, and I couldn't agree any more than with you on that one. I thought he just went out there and did the fabulous game plan. I felt that if he stood in the pocket and went toe to toe, he probably would have gotten knocked out. So that's what I'm saying. I think the decision was well deserved.
Just to stay with you for a second, brother Gaiya, just like to get into a bit more detailed analysis. As far as round one went, who did you have winning that round?
I gave round 1 to Amir, if I'm being honest.
I did too. Yeah.
I actually wrote it down. I actually scored the fight while I was watching it.
So for me, bro, it was round 1, Abdulmuslimov. Round
Yeah.
3 went to Kongchai, but round 2 was so close, bro. That's why I was very surprised to hear it was a unanimous decision. I mean,
That
yeah,
was crazy.
Wasn't it?
I also was like,
I think if
unanimous. That
Wasn't
is
it?
insane. That
yeah, I
was
think
I
if
not
thought
the
it was a
fight had
split.
unanimous at all.
I
yeah,
thought
a
it was a
split
split.
decision would have been fair, but all three judges to give it to Kongchai was a
Yeah.
bit
Yeah, it was
bit
crazy.
Home
much
crowd
for me personally.
advantage. Home crowd advantage.
Crazy. This fight and the co-main, I feel like it was a bit. The judging was off.
The co-main was a split decision.
I think there's definitely something there,
Oh,
Jedi,
okay.
in terms of the judging.
Yo,
It's
Look
not.
I'm
again,
like, how can you give a
it's very close
unanimous?
fights though. It was
Yeah.
very close fights, bro. But
Yeah.
It's
yeah, unanimous was
it's crazy,
yeah,
dude, because Amir rocked him and knocked him down.
yeah,
In
So
the
like,
in
exactly,
the
exactly. He
how
actually
does
knocked
he
him
not
down
win
after the
one
ball,
round?
as well. Did you
round
Oh
see
one,
yes,
he
that?
I
knocked
was
him down.
watching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and then he knocked
to
him down
okay,
after the ball in round 2.
Yeah,
Did
that
you
was
see
oh,
that?
after the
yo,
bell. I saw
Yeah,
so
left straight, which
yeah.
I didn't really count. I didn't really count that thing, but
Nah, it didn't count, but it was just something to talk about, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah. Look,
Yeah.
they
so
didn't.
for
I thought they
me,
would make a thing of it, but they didn't make a thing of it, which I thought was quite strange.
yeah,
Sorry,
surprisingly,
Jedi.
I
Yeah, Jedi, go ahead. Your
only
analysis of
watched
this
the
fight.
fight once. I didn't go back and like rewatch it or anything like that.
Mm.
When I watched the fight on mute, I didn't know
Yeah, me too.
what they're talking about or anything, or when the
Yeah,
ball's going. I'm just watching the fight, right?
yeah.
Um, so for me, yeah, I don't think it was unanimous. At the very least, if you want to give it to somebody, then a split decision. I don't think
Split.
that at the end of the third round, I actually had Amir winning the fight. I thought he was still winning the
Ew.
fight, but you could see in that last minute he was like he didn't want to be there
Yeah,
anymore.
he
He
didn't
was
want to be there
Yeah,
trying to
anymore.
run away.
Yeah, I was gonna
He didn't
say
want to
if
be
that
there.
fight had gone another 2 rounds,
yeah.
game over for
He would have been
for
finished, dude.
yeah.
Finished. He would have been
Yeah, his
finished.
leg was
But
damaged,
He
guy.
was
His leg was
he was
gone.
holding
yeah,
on
he was
to
tired and he
Nonthakit at
just
the end
didn't
of the
want to
fight.
do it
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah.
His leg.
Sorry, Kongchai.
But going into the third round, dude, I mean, at the end of the third round, I thought it was a draw or maybe a split decision to the what's his name, Chongtai, to
Kongchai.
the Thai dude.
Kongchai.
Yeah.
But definitely not unanimous because
No,
if
no.
like fair enough, damage is like supposed to be the number one criteria if you judge in the
Mm,
fight that goes to
mm,
decision, right?
mhm,
And then um obviously who controlled it and like who landed the other
mm,
shots and all of that kind of. Yes, I do think after being knocked down and getting rocked, he did land a lot of hard shots and was pushing the pace going forward.
mm.
They're making it almost like Amir wasn't in the fight at all,
Yeah.
or
No, it
maybe they're
wasn't
making it
unanimous.
how the fight ended. You know what I mean? But if
Yeah.
you're scoring it from round to round, then it definitely can't be a unanimous call, which
Mm,
Mm-mm.
I feel
mm.
was a bit unfair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ross, would you agree with that?
No, I completely agree. I didn't think it was unanimous either. It was just that close. But like watching it back again, I just thought that, like I said, Kongchai just landed the damaging shots, and even though he got dropped, he came back and pushed the pace. He had Amir going backwards, and like if you really
Mm.
look at what that leg kicks were doing, it was taking away Amir's number one sort of ability to push forward. Because we watch his fights before, the dude pushes the pace, but because his legs were taken away after the first and second round, I was just like, hey, this man can't move. You could see he couldn't step on that right leg the way he wanted to, and that just took away his offense that he could have applied, and like you guys said, you could see towards the third
Mm.
round. In that third round, it was paying dividends for Kong Chai, and that's why I think split decision would have been the better result there. But good fight for both
Yeah.
guys, and they're both young. They're 21 and 21 years old, so they're both very very young. So
Okay.
bright
Mm.
futures ahead of them for the one championship. Very excited to see
Yeah,
what they're going to do later.
excellent fight indeed. Yeah, I think, brother Guy, you commented before we went on air about just the general age of this card and how ridiculous it was that we had like 17-year-olds, 15-year-olds, a
16 and
15-year-old as
15.
well, 16 and 15-year-olds fighting
Yeah,
in
What?
this card.
yeah, they
So
fought on
yeah,
the card. Yeah.
That's so
so
crazy.
yeah, it was quite the sight to see. Gentlemen, any
Yeah.
final thoughts on this one?
Talented guys.
I think they have to meet each other again. Maybe not
Yeah.
like an immediate rematch, whatever, but I would like to see them go again because
Mm,
you could see how
Definitely.
close it was. And I think also for Chongtai in the back of his mind, he knows how dangerous this fight was. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And he would probably want to take a rematch against
Yeah.
Abdulmuslimov.
Muslimov. Jedi.
All right,
Yeah, they're
boys.
gonna run it
So
back. I'm sure they're gonna run it back.
yeah, so I guess we're all in agreement here that slightly controversial, but
Mm,
possibly the right
mm,
decision. But also, they
mm.
definitely should run it back. Let
Yeah,
us know what you guys think in the comments about that one. Yeah, so boys, let's keep it moving now. And
sure,
next up,
sure.
we're going to another catchweight Muay Thai bout, where we saw. Sorry, my notes are. Peplamun,
Yeah,
Petlampun go
yeah.
up against Singdomthong.
Hmm.
This one, of course, going all 3 rounds with Singdomthong winning by split decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Jedi, let me go to you first. How did you see this one playing out from your perspective, bro?
I thought the fight was very entertaining and high level.
Mm,
Very
Muay Thai,
technical.
both guys. Yeah, very good fight. Both guys
mm.
were laying it out there. Again, I think the judging was a bit must go up for scrutiny because it was weird. Yeah. So you say this was a split decision, eh? Because like I said
I
earlier, I
don't think it
didn't
was.
watch it with sound on.
Yeah.
This one,
But yeah, very entertaining fight. I think both guys are on the highest level, always going to be
Mm,
in the
mm.
pay per view events very soon. Um, but yeah, great fight, and it would be a nice thing to see them go at it again. Are these also
Yeah.
young dudes?
Yeah, they're
Okay,
relatively young.
nice.
Well, the Sing Dong Tom is 27, and they're both 27.
Okay, that's still young. Okay, that's
Mm,
good.
yeah, absolutely.
relatively.
But yeah, judging is a bit weird. Was a bit weird in the last two fights for me personally.
Yeah, that's why,
Yeah,
like the other fighters did, you don't let it go to the judges, bro. You get that
you don't,
finish.
bro.
Get that finish, boys. But yeah,
Yeah.
brother Gaia, from your perspective, what did you see here, bro?
Like Jedi, I also think it's the judging was off. It should have been a unanimous decision towards Sing Dong Tong instead of a split decision. I'll tell you why. I felt that the first two rounds, Sing Dong Tong was definitely the one who was pushing the pressure. Really light on his feet, bouncing the feet of his balls of his feet. Excuse me. Utilizing a good display of push kicks, low kicks, and then also like throwing elbows when they got close into clinches. I think what was the most important thing for Sing Dong Tong in this fight was that he was slightly taller, and also he was able to move away from the power shots of Petlampun in the first 2 rounds. You could see in the third round again, Petlampun was one that was pushing the pace, and when he did land the shots to the body, like roundhouse kicks to the body, it was slowing Singleton down quite a bit. And if it was a 5 round fight, maybe it would have gone towards Petlampun because I felt like he had the more power shots. It's also what I said in the preview.
Mm.
But the
He was
speed
coming on
of
very strong.
Yeah,
he
at
was
the
coming
end,
on
he was coming
hard,
on strong. He was coming
coming on
on
hard.
very strong, bro.
Like
Yeah.
he was pushing the pace in that third round. Sorry, not fourth round. In that third round, but I think the damage was already done, and I think that Sing Dong Tom in the first 2 rounds that's pushed himself so far away in terms of outscoring Pet
Mm,
Lampun, which then for me made it unanimous because it was the first 2 rounds went to him. But I can
yeah.
see why they did split decision because it was that close. Both guys came to fight. Both guys wanted to exert dominance and control the forward pressure, and you could see it happening through the rounds. But just a wonderful display from both gentlemen. I think it was like Jed said, it was a very high level Muay Thai fight and well deserved co-main event. And yeah, Singleton Tom looks really good. He looks good. I just think that Pet Lampun was a little bit slower to the gun,
Mm,
which made him fall behind on the score sheet. But
yeah.
overall fight was just fantastic from both these guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to get you guys' thoughts on this one because, from my perspective, it looked like Sing Dong Tong was using more of, like, the 8 limbs. He was the one using the
Yes.
knees and the elbows.
Yeah.
Kicks as well. I felt like Petlampun did use a few kicks, but he tried to stick mainly to boxing.
Yeah.
And in the opening
Mm.
exchanges, Sing Dong Tong was managing to keep him at distance with his knees and his elbows,
Yeah.
right?
Literally. Yeah.
But then, like you said, brother Gaia, as it came into the third round,
Yeah.
Petlampun was just like, nah, it doesn't matter anymore. I'm just gonna like
Yeah.
storm this bra, and then he started having success.
Yeah.
So yeah, thoroughly agree with you guys. Extremely entertaining fight.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
any
I think
any
I
final?
think
Yeah.
I think for Sing Dong Tom, what something that we should pay attention to is that if you notice how often he switches his stances and then attacks from those stance switches, that requires a lot of energy. And you could see him getting tired. Like he wasn't throwing as much velocity in his strikes as he did in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Because I think he was getting really gassed from doing that switches because his heavy shots weren't putting Petlampun away. It wasn't working. It wasn't really slowing him down. It just made him sort of second guess his strikes. Trying to find sort of a rhythm. And then like you just said, in the third round, he did find that rhythm, Petlampun, and then was pushing forward. The question I would think is, would you guys love to see this fight happen again? Because I certainly would love to see them throw down again. And I think Petlampun might come
I
out.
would agree with that. I thought, a fantastic fight, very close. So just like the main, let's run this whole card back again, bro.
Get him. Get him. No, it was a lekker fight, dude. Absolutely freaking amazing. I would love to see them throw down again.
Absolutely.
And also Singdomthong landed Petlampun his first loss.
Okay, heavy.
Yeah, I don't think Petlampun did that badly, bro. I think he was very much in the fight. Like I'm watching it now as we do this thing. I think he fought hard, bro. He was in there.
Yeah,
definitely. Jedi Knight watching it on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Just a reminder that this is free on YouTube, which is absolutely crazy. Jedi Knight, any final thoughts on this one before
championship.
Before we skate? Thank you, one championship. Any final thoughts, Jedi?
One championship.
Final thoughts?
Okay.
I didn't know it because if I was a judge here and when I watched it the first time, even I don't know why. Like I was obviously it was a mutant, whatever, but I gave it to Petlampun. So yeah.
Really?
Heavy.
Yo,
yeah. I thought he was looking more dangerous in the end of the fight for me. And
At the
I
end of
think
the fight,
round one.
Yeah,
I think round one was very close. It wasn't like an outright round for either guy. And in the second round, I think Petlampun did better.
Really?
Anyway,
look, it was a very close fight, and like we said, we'd love to see it again. And the life of a judge is not an easy one, guys. They have to, like Ross was saying in one of our previous episodes, they need to make these decisions in real times without statistics or anything like that. So yeah. Extremely close fight.
Bribes.
Exactly, bro. You need to consider the bribes. You got to take care of people in their pockets. And of course, what is home ground advantage if it's going to be a close fight and you're not going to get it? You know what I mean? So
exactly.
It is what it is. All right, boys. Let's keep it moving. And this time we're going to another catchweight Muay Thai fight where we saw Watcharaphon versus Danila Vasilikhin. Vasilikhin. There we go. Thank you, brother Gaiya. Yeah, bro. This has been a very tough day for me so far. But anyway, we saw Watcharaphon getting it done by first round KO. Of course, going to 2-0 in the one championship. And yeah, from here to the last fight we'll cover, they were all finishers. So quite a night at the office for us in general here at the CPS Reports. Brother Gaiya, from your perspective, how did you see this one playing out, bro?
I must be honest, I kind of expected this to happen just because I watched Watcharaphon before and the dude is absolutely aggressive. Very much blitzes forward, and then once he got straight in the pocket, the dude just lets his hands go. Like hook for hook, uppercut, and he just throws it from all combinations. And that's usually how he gets his finishes. That's how he got his finish in his debut fight, and he did nothing less in this fight against Danila Vasilikhin. Vasilikhin, this was his debut, only 20 years old, a bit of a tough opponent to get on your debut, if I'm being honest. And I wish the fight had gone longer so we could have seen a bit more. And the catchweight as well. I would have loved to see them go further so we can kind of see what these guys have to offer. I mean, we know what Watcharaphon kind of does. At least I've seen it in the past. But I would love to have seen him gone a bit further or at least get tested from the Russian. Unfortunately, it didn't go long enough to see these guys display a full array of their arsenal. Just saw Watcharaphon go in there and just balls to the wall, Gango fighting and just like put him to the ropes and just swang and knocked him out. And I was like, oh my word.
Love it.
So yeah,
Street Fighter.
quick. It was so quick. I couldn't really take away too much of the style or even the the
Mm,
contrasting styles between the two gentlemen. But you have to give props to Watcharaphon. He went in there, and in the end of the day, it is a fight, not going there to play games and look flashy. Going there to fight for your life and collect your paycheck, and he did exactly that. So fantastic performance from Watcharaphon, and for Danila, I would love to see him come back and get another chance. He's only 20 years old, so I'm sure we will see him again in the one championship
Mm.
in the future. So yeah, but very quick fight. Couldn't really say much of it.
yeah, yeah. I think that again that was kind of a theme here with the squad. Jedi Knight, your thoughts here, bro?
Yeah, bro, I think it was like one of those tune-up fights, you know what I mean? Especially because it was a
Yeah.
catch weight, so Vasilikhin was already a smaller dude. I think for me, I give him props on wearing his heart on his shield, and even when he got knocked down, he got up and went straight at
Like
what's that guy's name? You took the screen away.
Watcharaphon.
Watcharaphon, and he was like, had the attitude, Folly. The attitude of kill or be killed, bro. I'm gonna die here. So
Yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
in a young 20-year-old, and it was almost like one of those welcoming fights. You know what I mean? Like they welcomed him to the one championship. Was like a tough fight. It was like a wake up call. And
Yeah.
he, even though he lost for me, I think he showed a lot of heart. So I'm sure he'll be back. But yeah, it was basically going up against a guy in a higher grade, bigger than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
You
he
could see it.
basically got
You could see it.
tuned
Yeah,
up.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it was just like Watcharaphon was having success on the inside initially,
Yeah.
and it just seemed like he was getting closer and closer and closer, and then finally just finished him, bro.
Bigger.
But anyway, boys, any final thoughts here? Of course, not much to speak on it, but
Yeah. Just looking forward to seeing him come back again, and I'm interested to see if Danila will get a chance to sort of show what he's all about, and let's hope he stays in the one championship long enough for us to see that. For Watcharaphon, I'm pretty sure we'll see him back very soon. He took no damage in this fight, so I won't be surprised if he's on not the next Friday, but the Friday after that. You might even see him fight again.
sheesh, hope so, hope so. Jedi
That's
Knight, any final
crazy.
thoughts
I
here, bro?
just want to make cash. Yeah, I think they must just really think about how they put this catchweight fights together.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
obviously this one was a bit lopsided, and it can be a good fight. Um, but it was very entertaining, and just take it easy in the karaoke bars, guys, with that bonuses.
All right. On that note, gentlemen, we'll keep it moving. To surprise, surprise, another catchweight where we saw the Copter
yeah.
go up against Maemmot, and Maemmot getting the first round KO there, switching stances as he came in. And I believe it was a right hook, right? That finished him. Was a left
Left
hook.
hook.
No, he switched
Left hook,
stances
yeah.
into he switches
Yes.
into southpaw and finished
Yeah.
him with a left hook. It was epic, epic finish.
Beautiful finish.
So yeah, brother Gaiya, I can hear you
Yeah.
enjoyed that. Again,
Yeah, it
very
was
quick fight
wonderful.
here. But any X's and O's that you can speak of for this one?
Well, firstly, shout out to Maemmot, 17 years old, coming into this fight and then doing that to Copter, who has got
Yo,
experience in the one championship. He's fought before. I've seen him fight before. That now makes his record 2 losses, 1 win. But the fight was so quick. But what a beautiful setup, because Maemmot what was cool was that he was in the south orthodox stance, and then faked the right elbow, and while doing that, he switched stances, which then
yeah,
completely threw Copter off, and he was like, "Oh my word!" left hook from Hal,
bro, one
dropped
of the
him.
craziest setups I've ever seen.
Yo, beautiful,
Yeah.
bro. I was like, look at
It was
this
so
thing.
mad. It was like a magic trick. It was like a magic trick, bro.
It
Because Copter was
was
completely ruined when he saw
It was like,
the fake elbow. He was like, "What happened?"
yeah,
And
it was a
yeah,
magic
look,
trick. They confused him.
again, I would like to have seen the guys fight longer. Again, it's one of the nicest things to watch guys perform, for at least more than one round. So you can get to see what their style is like and what kind of adjustments they make in fight. This was too quick for us to even see that. But again, you could see what Maemmot is about that creativity. 17 years old, coming in and doing something like that was just, I think his name is going to be remembered. And I'm pretty sure, like I was talking about, Watcharaphon took no damage. 17 years old, I won't be
Who's
surprised if we see
17?
him
The
back.
guy that won or the guy that lost?
The guy that won, Maemmot.
Okay.
Maemmot.
Yeah, he's 17 years old. So I won't be surprised if
Crazy.
One Championship gives him another fight in the year of 2024 again. And if it happens, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to Copter.
That man will fight next week, bro.
That card's already made for next week, so I don't think he will be unless someone doesn't make
That
way
man
to
will fight
something.
next week. Buy him a
But for
scooter,
Copter,
buy his whole family groceries for the week. Bring that man back.
Yeah. Oh, wait. But okay, boys. Any final thoughts
Buy
here?
one
Again,
of those 250cc big boys.
there we go.
Final
let's
thoughts.
Yeah.
Yes,
Happy
please,
for Maemmot. I think he's going to be a future star for sure. He's got really good creativity in his strikes. I would love to see him obviously get tested before I make a final decision on the boy. But that was a really good display because he took on someone that's got experience. And coming from the gym from So Sumai, which is a very, very top gym in Thailand, that speaks volume. So Copter, he's now 2 fights losing streak. He's going to have to obviously come back with a win, and I'm pretty sure you'll get that chance. But he has to take it. So yeah, let's see what happens for both these boys going forward. Because I think Copter's only 22 years old or 21 years old, so they're both very young. So they're gonna have a good future.
Definitely. Lots of prospects that we saw on this card. Indeed, we of course had the CPS reports, which Copter all the best with returning to winning ways. But gentlemen, we are going to keep it going now, and that means we're going to another catchweight. Surprise, guys. We had Nonthakit taking on Soner Sen. This one resulting in a
What about the ladies?
third round. I think
we can come back to that. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah. Okay, so Sen winning by third round KO over Nonthakit. Great
Fight of the
fight.
night.
Yeah, I think I'm inclined to say so myself. Yeah. Great fight, real back and forth. I thought both guys showed really good defense. Both are very defensively sound. But of course, as far as detailed analysis here, brother Gaiya.
Yeah, like I said, fight of the night for me. I thought these gentlemen came up and stole the show. Look, Soner Sen is pretty intense. The guy's been in the One Championship for a while now. He's been fighting some of the high level caliber opponents, as well as Nonthakit. He's become one of the fan favorites, but his record is not the greatest in the One Championship after taking this loss, and that puts him at 4 losses and 1 win. But still, always always in razor close fights. Especially in this one, I felt that Nonthakit was actually winning round 1 and 2, especially with that body kicks. If you look at the roundhouse body kick from the right side, it was landing a lot on Soner Sen, and was actually navigating the fight for Nonthakit. However, even though he was pushing the pace forward, he was on the front foot. Soner Sen's counters were landing, and it was making Nonthakit smile. You know, when the fighter smiles and they go, "Hey, come on," it's because they're taking damage. You know, they're definitely taking damage. And you could see it happening in this fight. And then going into the third round, I felt that Soner Sen had to get a finish. He was down both rounds and he had to get a finish. And that's exactly what he did. He was the one who's pushing the pace. And then towards the end of that third round, getting Nonthakit back on the ropes and then landing a slick right hook. I just thought that was beautiful. Completely ended the fight right there. And I felt bad a little bit for Nonthakit, if I'm being honest. I felt a little bad because I kind of wanted him to win just because the dude needed a freaking win. He was coming off losses and sorry, he won his last fight, but prior to that, he was on a 3-fight losing streak. So I felt like he just needed something, you know, if he could string results together, but he didn't. But he was doing so well. Like I said, the first 10 minutes, he was doing so well. He was really dictating the pace with that roundhouse kicks. And also, doubling up on his kicks was something that was throwing off the rhythm for Soner Sen. But you could see Soner Sen, you could see him, he found sort of a way to navigate himself through those kicks by essentially just closing off the gap, closing that void, and immediately just staying very close to that Soner Sen so that Nonthakit couldn't use his best attribute, which was his kicks. Could no longer use it, and that's what meant Soner Sen was in the pocket, and that's where he had the advantage, and that's how he won the fight. And if anything, that's how he actually called it. If you look at the build-up of the fight, Soner Sen did say he was going to win by getting in close and landing some hooks, and that's exactly what he did. So again, like I say, my fight of the night, and both gentlemen showed up, and Soner Sen gets a chance now to put himself in a opportunity to fight against some higher caliber guys. So well done to the Golden.
Yeah, fair play to Soner Sen. Jedi Knight, from your point of view.
Yeah, I
See ya, bro.
agree with Fight of the Night. It was a very cool fight, and very even as well. I think in the first round, Nonthakit definitely won the first round. And after the first round, I was thinking, shit, bro, the Sonderson kid's gonna get stopped here, bro. But then he came out, and I think the jab brought him back in the fight. He was landing stiff jabs straight up the middle, bro. That changed the complexion of the fight for me completely. So after the second round, I thought it was 1-1. So like going into the third, I knew like both guys they have to gang. Oh, one of them need to finish the other one to win this fight. And I think just staying tight defensively and sticking to what was the basics first, with that jab, and then setting up after that. I think that's what allowed him getting close and to finish the fight, because in the first round, bro, you could see he was struggling with the distance, especially with kicks and things like that. And then in the second, I think, like I said, I think the jab even that fight out for him and brought him back into it. And then just momentum, and how it goes, momentum and confidence, and a second win, I think took him into the next kind of phase of, dude, I have to finish this dude. You know what I mean? It kind of boosted him.
You could see it,
And very entertaining fight, good fight skill wise. And I look forward to seeing Soner Sen. What weight is he? What weight was it actually? Because it says catch weight.
143 pounds, but I think Soner Sen is a featherweight to be exact. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's
he's a lightweight. Okay.
He's a lightweight.
But yeah, he looks very. He reminds me of what's it, dude? Murat. The kickboxing champion that's in here. That I think he's Turkish as well. But anyway.
I know you're talking about the Shindigs Mana.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. I know you're talking that camp folks.
He's got the same kind of style and the same kind of efficiency and effectiveness, like in his boxing and the way he sets up.
Gregorian.
Exactly. Same.
Yeah,
he was like, you could see he kind of copies that guy's kickboxing style. Maybe that's just the Turkish style. I don't know. But possibly. You can see the similarities in the way they fight, and going back to his boxing and just like, making it more straight, set up that second round perfect for him. And in the third round, that allowed him to now wailing hooks and whatever. Yeah. So actual fight. The game plan. Yeah.
Dope fight. So his actual weight, I just checked now, his actual weight is bantamweight. Soner Sen.
He's a bantamweight. Okay. So he actually was fighting a bigger guy.
He was fighting a bigger guy. Yes.
Well done to him.
Yeah,
but I mean, like for me, I actually saw it a little bit differently, guys. For me, I had Sen winning round 1 and 2. Obviously, the result is academic because he finished him. But I thought that even though Nonthakit was pushing the pace, I felt that Soner Sen had better timing in the fight. I felt that he was more. They were both very defensively responsible, but I felt that he was more defensively responsible. And even though, like I said, Nonthakit was pushing the pace, he was catching him coming in, and his timing.
The jab,
I think I was going to get to that. I think the jab started coming in the second round, and that just kind of started, like Jedi said, swing the fight in his favor. But yeah, I guess it just shows again that who'd be a judge, right? We very quick to criticize judges, but here we are having very different opinions on almost all these fights except the knockouts, of course. But so shout out to the judges. We of course here at the CPS support judges and their quest to be the best. Any final thoughts here, guys? Okay, so
yeah. No, I was just gonna say
Sorry.
I'm looking forward to the future of Soner. Both of them. I don't know if Nonthakit's gonna get any better than what he's doing
Yeah,
at right
no.
now.
He must stay on the Friday night
Um,
fights.
but I think Soner Sen is definitely on the upward trajectory for me, and yeah, we're gonna see more of him in the future.
All right, nice one, guys. So which women's fight did you want to get into here? Because I wasn't briefed on
The
this
one
before
above
the
that.
show.
It was the
Okay.
only women's fight on the card. The
All
one that
right,
was like
I
slightly above it. Yeah.
got you. All right, so of course I didn't catch this one, boys. So I'm going to throw it straight to you, brother
Okay.
Gaiya. What went
Yes.
on in this one?
Very, very exciting. Both women. This was their debut. Very exciting fight. I thought Kanchanasiri. I thought she was a bit bigger. She had a bit more of a fuller. She was a bit heavier, but she was slower.
Mm.
And I thought that Nongfahsai was a lot better. She was cleaner with the strike. She was faster. She utilized elbows, knees. She was low kicking when she was needed to low kick. And then also when they came close to that they come into the void and exchanging, Nongfahsai was just ready for it, bro. She was ready for every moment of that fight. She was
Mm.
throwing, like I said, just cleaner strikes.
Mm.
And then when they did get closer, she wasn't scared of clinching up and throwing elbows, upward elbows from the side, which eventually actually got her the win because it was the fight stopped by doctor stoppage in the
Defensive
second round.
elbow.
Defensive elbow because the other one was coming in, and then Nongfahsai was just like super leg just stood there, clipped her upward elbow, cut her open, and it was a fucked up cut, by the way. Like
Yeah.
her eye was
Doctor
like this. It
stoppage.
was like closed, but I was like, oh my word. And it was doctor stoppage, and it was like I thought it was just a very, very magnificent win, and that's probably why I wanted to give an honorable mention to the ladies' fight because it was a sick fight. Atomweight, very bloody, and both women came to scrap in that first round. But I just thought that Nongfahsai was just a little bit, like I said, was faster, quicker, at sharper strikes, and she was just prepared for every avenue of the fight. And like I said, it was a well deserved win. What do you say,
Yeah,
Jedi?
no, sure. I think Kanchanasiri was more experienced, and as you say, probably was more stronger. And she was trying to show her like bulliness, you know what I mean, to show like I
Yeah.
am more experienced, I'm stronger than you, I'm gonna push you around and whatever. But as you
Yeah.
say, how do you say her name? Nongfahsai.
Yeah.
She was very well prepared, and you can obviously
Prepared,
tell
yes.
she comes from a very good fighting
Sanchai
family.
Jim. Yeah,
Yeah, so
Sanchai.
I think she was very well prepared for this fight in a way that she knew that Kanchanasiri was going to be very aggressive and come at her. So when did this finish? Round 2, right? Yeah. So the first
Round
round I
2, yeah.
thought was like rock'em sock'em, bro. These chickies were
That's
throwing
funny.
wild. But kind of controlled chaos also in a way.
Yeah.
And then the finish was like I don't know if she baited her or anything, but I think they like tagged her with a jab or whatever, or like a 1-2, and then she just ran in, coming to like asserted dominance again, and then they just collided, and she put the elbow up and sliced. I was like, when I saw the elbow in real time, I was like, shit, through that was hard. And then obviously we saw it was a cut afterwards, and then for the doctor stoppage, I think it was a good stoppage because obviously the probabilities of her getting hit there was very likely. So I think to protect them and to protect her, it was a good stoppage. That's off to her. I think she deserves a bonus, and you must take it easy at the I know there's lady bars, but I don't know if there's like boy bars in Thailand.
Jedi.
You must just take it easy, bro. Be safe.
Be safe out there.
Maybe
Thanks,
buy
Jedi.
maybe buy set the nails, eyeliners, whitening.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts here, boys?
Thank you for the fight.
Oh
I would
yeah,
say that it was
dude. I
just.
think Nongfahsai, also being a very young chickie, she's possibly gonna be a future household name.
Yeah, I agree with that.
One to
She's
keep an
28
eye
years
on.
old. 28 years old.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
So she's still got another 20 years.
Yeah, you know how
at
long
least,
they fight.
at least.
Yeah.
Nongfahsai. So one to keep an eye on there, Nongfahsai.
Yeah.
Nongfahsai is, of course, a long-time listener and big friend of the show here at the CPS Reports. Gentlemen, is that it? Was there anything else?
I think before we close, Eddie, just pull your screen back up on the list, on the screen, share your screen again. I want to just have you scroll down the list to bring up two fights. I think people should go watch if they want to rewatch this fight, and you can rewatch it on YouTube. It's right there right now on the One Championship page. And if you scroll down to that one there we go. Go up again. There we go. Hold it there. The fight between Rustam Yunusov and Blair Gragety. Those are the two fights we were talking about on top of the show. Rustam is only 15 years old. He took on Blair, who was 16 years old. Fantastic fight. If you want to watch it back or watch it back, that was also a unanimous decision. And then the fight directly below that, a fight between Alba de Silva versus Muga Seto, which is for me right up there for one of the fights of the night. If you want to go watch back, you want to watch a fight that has contrasting styles of Muay Thai, go watch this fight back. It's absolutely amazing. Two different styles of Muay Thai, and what a war all 3 rounds. And I thought arguably one of the fights of the night. So yeah, do yourself a favor if you're going to watch this card back or watch that fight. Fantastic.
Thank you, Brother Gaiya. Brother Gaiya offering some fantastic insights into the earlier fights on the card there. All right, boys. So that pretty much covers it from us. Also, just want to say that we've reached 3.4K views on our highest view video. So once again, thank you very much to everybody who has supported the CPS report thus far. Big up yourself. Also, one more thing, we are 1 subscriber away from 500 subscribers, everyone. So if you haven't subscribed, please be sure to smash that subscribe button and even comment 500. And if you do, we'll give you a shout out on our next show. So shout out to all our new subscribers, all our old subscribers. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Boys, any final thoughts here before we wrap it up?
Just a big thank you. Looking forward to watching our next card, which is UFC 306 Noche. And also looking forward to doing the next week's cards with you guys. It's absolutely exciting to see what's happening next in the One Championship. So yeah, big thank you to everyone that's supporting the channel. And just love to do this with you guys.
Absolute pleasure.
For me too. Thank you, everyone.
Indeed.
Especially because we don't like to freaking remind everybody every episode, just smash that thing and like this or comment. That's not really our style. So thank you for doing it. Muchas apreciado.
Thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, from myself, Brother Gaiya, and of course, George Jefferson, we are here. Goodbye.